Right, right. Okay, okay. Now I can ask you, like, what was the hip hop scene like in Cleveland? I guess this maybe the mid '80s or the late '80s. When did Cleveland rappers really start emerging, from your perspective?
Um, well, I was always like the youngest one on the scene because like I could rap, real good at like 14, 15. So I can remember like going out to different spots with like Johnny O and Casper C and uh Minute Large, or it wasn't Minute Large at the time, it was just Dave, Tolliver, and just different people. Like I can remember seeing Bango and Suave and MC Chill. MC Chill being the first with a national deal was real influential, and so was
Wow.
Suave, and so was Bango. And then like being the youngest kid, like it was sweet because like they all kind of big brother me until like we would be in rap battles, and like I'd be taking like a grown man head off, and to the point they want to fight, and then it'd just be like, hey, I'm only 14, like, but I was
Right,
a big kid, what I'm saying. So at the
right.
same time, I'd be taking their head off like a grown man, but then it'd be like, I'm only 14, guy, chill out. But being on the scene with them back then and having, everybody kind of take me under their wing, it was sweet. And it's like a blessing to have been around from like three generations of hip hop and able to sustain and actually sell records for three generations. It was like truly a blessing.
Okay, okay. So I can ask you, like, so when do you remember, like, what year it was that you really started writing, and then around what time did you start actually recording?
Um, it was at Glenville. I remember I actually started out breakdancing, and I was actually a DJ first. And we had a show, and one of the rappers had got sick or whatever. I can't even honestly remember what it was, but I was waiting on this opportunity forever because I had one rap, and in the whole rap, I just was talking about I'm chilling here, chilling there, chilling in my underwear. Just the whole rap was just about chilling, and which
Right.
that's how my name came about because a guy named Hasi was like, "Well, since you talking about chilling everywhere, and your name Chris with a K, just make it K Chill." And I was like, "All right, that sound cool," but like.
Right.
And then, I thought about, I say this all the time, like I thought about MC Chill at the time, like, well, that's kind of like, but then it was like I said, it was like almost like paying homage to Chill, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just went on and roll with it. But, yeah, like, when I first, got to actually in the studio, I had a group of 5 friends that just put their money together to put me in the studio. And we did a couple little songs, and then them little songs got a nice little buzz around the neighborhood. And then from there, I was playing football for Glenville, and I used to always be late for practice or missing practice or something. And Coach Hub was like, rapper, you want to be? They used to call me rapper. Or he used to call me rapper. He like, rapper, you gonna be a football player or a rapper? I remember this shit like yesterday, and it was
Mm.
just like embarrassing, like the way back then, how coaches was back then. So I put my helmet down on the field and walked off, and then I went to the showers, and then Ted again came and checked on me and was like, "I heard you a good rapper. Like, what it's gonna take for you to make it." I'm like, "I need to get in that studio." And he had me in the studio like a week later.
Man, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. He's been helping people for decades. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Life
yeah,
changing.
yeah. For sure. When people say there was a couple articles in the paper about Ted, like kind of almost inferring that he, was kind of like I guess trying to come up off kids or shit like that, and that's the farthest thing from the truth because that man never asked me for $1 back or anything. He just always been the type to try to reach out and help the kids. So I love Gin for that. Like everybody loves
Right,
Gin. I don't know who don't love Gin.
right, right. I mean, his resume speaks, man. How many people lives done changed coming through his? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay, okay. Now, let me see. Okay, now you came up with Bone. Now, was they like around your age, or they was a little younger, or how did you
No,
connect with them?
we was all in school together, and we was just all best friends. We was at table at lunch that was rapping when You know
Right.
how you had each table doing, the cool kids over here, the hustlers over there. We was the
Mm-hmm.
rappers. So they be at my house every day, call my mom, all that. And we just basically we started a group called the Band Aid Boys, and it was just for a talent show. But it just like it's people to this day they got VHS recording of that shit. Like they, like I could literally see somebody from 40 years ago, or no, not 40, but 30 years ago, and they'll be like, "Hey, I got the video from the talent show or whatever." But they end up going to Lincoln West. I end up going to Glenville, and that's basically how you got the separation, like K Chill and Bomb. But and when my CDs finally came out, when I was signed under Jamit, under Kermit, and like the first thing we did once my record started selling was bring them on and put their CD out, which was the Faces of Death, which is the one I executive produced.
Okay, okay. And then you went on to have a pretty solid, you know what I'm saying, solo career, which was cool. Now, can I ask you, I guess like in the 90s, it was a lot of controversy about their style. I guess maybe they wasn't the first people to rap fast or the first people to sing on a song, but putting it together and blending it, they brought something to hip hop that a lot of people never heard before and they wanted to work with them, but it caused a lot of beef. So by you being somebody that kind of grew up with them and knew them since junior high, did you see the progression in their style, or did you feel like it changed once they went to LA?
Um, I mean, we all would rap fast. Like I would like some people would say like they style is like a mixture of like mines and Busy's, which
Mm-hmm.
the part from me was influenced by like MC Ren from NWA because he would do the same thing, like chop a couple bars up real fast and then get back
Mm-hmm.
into his slow flow. But I would definitely say like the album that I produced, uh, Faces of Death, they were just more just rapping fast the whole way. When they went to LA and hooked up with DJ Unique, I think DJ Unique pushed that. I mean, I'm not gonna say for sure because I wasn't there, but I just know when they came back, they had the singing element with it. So that's how that
Okay.
came about.
So you actually was producing too, and you produced on what was it, Bone Enterprise, Faces of Death?
Right. When I just executive produced it. I just paid for it, but I had Archie do the music from Too True. So
Oh, okay.
Archie did mainly all the music. DJ Quick did some of the music. I actually was producing my own shit, which at the time I didn't have a clue that I was producing. So like I was on some Kanye shit before Kanye, but I just never
Mm-hmm.
knew. I honestly thought first time going in the studio, I tell you about it. It was like I got the phone book out and I just looked up studios. And I just literally, I didn't have a clue studios cost or none of that. And I just called and said, "Hey, I want to be a rapper." You know what I mean? And I literally
Mm-hmm.
went in, first time I went in the studio, it was with Andre Clark at Brainbow, used to be up on Euclid across from Popeyes. And I went in with all my beats and all my raps. Like I just tell the engineer, I wanted to sound like this, and I just hum it out or beatbox it out or whatever. And I didn't really have a clue that that was producing. You know what I mean? But like
Mm-hmm.
I produced a lot of my early songs. Like so, yeah, I was producing too, but on Bone, I just executive produced
But man, just executive produce, that's major. You know what I'm saying? That's more than enough. You know what I'm saying? Because that CD is, highly sought after. In comparison to like a lot of underground CDs. Because Bone got like a cult following, so you
it. Oh yeah, no
contributed
doubt. I
to
didn't have
something
people. I,
huge.
I didn't have people come to my house from Japan to try to get the masters from me. Like, so I know,
Man,
like, it's crazy. Like, I literally, you know, I mean, the fan club hit me up. Right now on my Facebook, I probably got no less than like 10,000 friend requests from Bomb fans, and I'm already at 5,000. So I really can't do shit about it. So follow me on the gram, y'all.
right, man, and be on the lookout for your book that's coming out. That's 10,000 books right there. You
Yeah,
feel me?
right, right. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, all day, man. So, but you worked with a lot of artists. So, you said you worked with the Rude Boys. You